Feetmar here for B-Sides. I am very excited to have my next guest join us. They are so much fun to listen to. Their latest album is called Better Late Than Never. It's the guys of the Red Pears.
Yo.
Gentlemen.
Hello.
How's
Thank
it
you for
going?
having us.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for
Welcome.
having us.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate it. We're at the tail end of the year. It's got to be pretty exciting. We're in Berkeley, California. You're going to play 924 Gilman, the legendary Gilman. How are you feeling about that?
Excited, I think, only because of the history that all these bands have started or played there. You know, I guess more for the Bay Area. It's like the smell in LA, but in the Bay Area.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I was telling the guys, I was Ultra Q, about how it's really cool that they have their history on their walls. You know, all the photos and all this. Like, you can see the venue throughout the years on the walls. I guess
Yeah.
it's really nice. It's really cool.
Yeah, definitely very excited and very grateful for this experience.
It's got to be just a trip because you guys have started the year off playing Coachella and things just kind of snowball from there. Playing the Forum in LA and just having all these sold out shows and things like that. Jose, tell me, how did that feel?
I think it just feels really. I think sometimes it's better to not think about it, because I feel like it is a lot. Like when you take a step back and you see the optics of everything, you're like the Coachella and the Forum, like an arena, and you're playing with all these bands and the stuff with Interpol last year. Like I think you can it can get to your head and mess you up. You know what I mean? Like if you think about everything, so sometimes it's nice to not just it's nice to take a step back and acknowledge it and appreciate it, but also just kind of keep moving to the next thing. And we have the Shrine coming up next and all these things coming up, for the end of the year, and to kind of do your best for what's in front of you, and I think is what's best to do. But definitely, it's we're very grateful and thankful for all these past opportunities and for all the ones that are to come.
That's why I like to ask toward the end of the year a little perspective, because when you're in the thick of things, you're just in the whirlwind. You're being carted off to the stage, backstage, interview this, photos here. Patrick, what is it like in your perspective and all?
It's really crazy. I'm always in the moment, right now that we're in an interview and all these photos, like you said, interviews. It's you're there, but I feel like it's a little overwhelming for me. I forget them, I forget what we do and the shows we play. But then right now that you brought it up and they brought it up, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. We really did all this. I'm wait a minute, we really did all this. Yeah, you forget about it, and I think it's that too. It's you're just focused on the next thing. So I don't know how to put it into words, but yeah, it's we're always focused on the next thing, and I forget the things that we've done. And damn, you really got to take a step back and appreciate what we've done and what we've accomplished.
What was it that bonded you guys together when you first started to make the music and honed in on the Red Pears sound?
I think the similar approach we were trying to go for that 2000s New York, revival rock. I think that's something that we both were big fans of, Interpol, yeah, The Strokes, to name a few. I think that's something that me and him were a connection with, and more so being in the city of El Monte and having that likeness for that type of music is really hard to come across during that time, and especially finding a drummer in El Monte was really, really hard to find that was trying to pursue the same sound. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think also our culture, our upbringings. I think we're really a big factor, the way we were raised, where we're from, where our parents are from. I think there's that connection that we all share of our parents being immigrants, all of us being first generation. Here in the U.S. and that's a whole different layer that it has to your parents. Your parents not having their dreams supported, but them supporting your dreams. So I think that's something that we kind of think about often and carry that with us on tour, on stage, wherever we're at. I think we always have that in the back of our minds of the support that we have from our parents and how they didn't have that support with their dreams, but they're giving us that support with ours. And that's something to not gloss over at all. So we take that very seriously, and it's very important to us. Yeah.
When you say early 2000s, you're talking about what they now call indie sleaze. But at the time, they didn't call it indie sleaze.
Yeah, it was just modern.
It was hipster indie rock, right? It was what the hipsters were listening to. Better late than never. What is that a reference to?
That really fit. Just the time, kind of a time capsule of songs and our experiences. I feel especially we're tired and didn't realize we're older songs, and it was just nice to not have them go to waste, you know, and all these other things too, like the recording methods, or like how long it took us to tour, how long it took us to like get things like the way they are now, you know, and like the way things are going, like the forum and like, you know, all these like the Greek shows with Interpol, like everything took a while. It took its time, but it's like it's happening, and that's what matters, you know, like
For me too,
in so many ways, yeah.
it was like going back to the garage where everything started. You know, it's like we first put out these 2 albums in this garage, and now we're stepping back in with an actual like built-in studio, and yeah. So that was also my take on it too. And it's a saying that my grandma always tells me is like, don't try to rush there getting on, you know, trying to get rushed to getting on time. It's like it's better late than never, like if you're actually there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Sounds like she has wise words in
Yeah.
that when you rush things, you may not do your best work. So
Yeah.
take your time
Yeah.
and put out something you really believe in, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
How many shows has Grandma been to?
damn, probably like 10.
10?
10 or something.
Wow.
Usually all the LA shows or
All the
anything like that
hometown.
we have, like they're
And she's
there.
crowd surfing and everything?
Yeah. No, she's not.
Patrick's out there helping her, escort her. and
She likes
whatnot.
watching. She likes watching the people crowd surf though. She enjoys watching that. So
That is so rad. I got to say, your fan base is so passionate. I've seen videos and things. Like, they know all the words. They got their cameras out. Like, I'm not trying to make fun of you, Patrick, but I mean, in a way, it's like, that same thing. Do you anticipate any of them to join the band?
Oh, I don't know.
You
probably-
said that you want to grow the sound, so you started with 2.
Well, actually,
got
you never know.
3.
You never know. Like, you never know people like, you know, in the future, like someone like I heard music and you can play. Yeah. But I think it's like I think it's like nice. I think what you were just saying is like it feels very like supportive. I think that goes to the band. Like I've never really felt. I think I've never really felt like the band as like us and them. It was always I always felt like one collective thing, one collective energy, which is, you know, I think is like really cool to feel and to say. Like there's no band and supporter and fan. It's like one mixed. We're all mixed in with like the emotion that, you know, like at a show, it's like an experience for all of us. You know,
Yeah.
it's not just us playing to you and you guys being there. It's like it's a whole experience that we're all kind of sharing together. You know, I think that's how I've always kind of seen it. It's not like it's like we're also fans of the band, and you know, we're also like I like hearing what Henry has to show, and like Patrick's like, inputs. They mean a lot to me too. So we're also like excited of what we're doing, what we're gonna do, as much as like somebody at the show. You know, so
Yeah.
I don't really think there's ever been like a division of like band and like fan. I
Right,
think it's just
right.
like we're all kind of like supporting this like thing that's growing. You know, this Red Pears thing that's growing, like, and we're all kind of involved in it and like helping it grow and pushing it. I think that's how I kind of always seen like.
yeah, it's like we wouldn't be there. Yeah, we wouldn't be there without them.
Yeah.
And I mean, they wouldn't be there at the show without us. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's true. Like there's no.
We
we're
would just
not
be
touring.
standing there like,
We're-
okay.
like, we're not touring. People don't
Yeah.
want to go to the shows, and it's like so much time out of their day to buy a ticket to make the travel. You know, it take a whole day like of things. So it's like it's nice
Yeah.
that people really go out of their way and drive hours away or call off work or do what they have to do to make it to that show on a Tuesday night, Friday night.
Well, I can't play any instruments, but I'm a fan of your music.
I was about to say, if you want to join the band.
I was going to say, I want to be part of the band now. I mean, if Patrick can do it, I can do it, right?
Exactly. Everybody could do it.
Congrats on all the attention.
Oh, thank you. No,
Seriously, your
thank you.
music is so
Appreciate it.
awesome. I really appreciate the time. Great to meet you.
Likewise.
Likewise.
And best of luck with everything.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Cool. It's the Red Pears right here on B-Sides.
Yerp.
Thank you.